Hey guys, Omerko here, self-taught web developer. As you can see on my screen, I have an Angular official website. Some of you may know, but for those who don't, Angular 9 just came out. With Angular 9 came a couple of new features and changes, but none of those are crucial for workflow. This video won't be about new version of Angular, but since it came out, I was thinking to at least mention it. This video will be about Angular CLI or command line interface. You will learn what Angular CLI is and normal workflow with Angular CLI. So Angular CLI is a powerful tool that will improve your productivity. It basically automates a lot of things in Angular, so you don't need to do those manually. A couple of those things would be like it can generate code for you, components, services, modules. It can also run tests and third-party packages, or even serve and build your app for production. So let's move to Visual Studio Code and see how Angular CLI is working. So here I am at my empty folder, empty project. And first thing, I will open my terminal here at Visual Studio Code. So now, first thing that we should do is install Angular CLI, and we will do that with npm install. I mistyped, install at Angular/CLI, and I will run a global flag for a G flag for a global installing. So now that we installed, you can see that it added Angular CLI 9 version of it, as that's the latest version of Angular. So to check that, we could run ng --version and hit enter, and that will show us the version of Angular current that we have on our machine. So this ng, as you could see, is coming from Angular CLI. So CLI will give us that command so we could run other commands with it. Let's clear this terminal for now. So to see other commands that we could run, we could use ng help, and that will show us other commands that we could run with ng. As you could see, the list is big, but we won't cover all of those in this video. Let's clear terminal again. So now that we have Angular CLI, one of the things that we could do with it is create a project. So I will run ng new Angular example project, and this will create a project for me. So now while it installs it, it will also ask me a few questions. First one is this, does we wish to use routing for this project? I will go yes, but that is kinda not important for now. Second one is which type of stylings we wish to use: CSS, SAS, SCSS or less, or even styles like this one. But we will go with CSS, as I wish to create just a basic project for this. So now that installed all of our dependencies that we need, and our project is ready to run. I will first clear my terminal, and I will go into the folder of our project, so cd angular-example-project, and here I will run ng serve command. This command will run our project on localhost 4200. When this is done, we can open our browser on localhost 4200, and here you can see our Angular project. So now, to explore more about ng scripts, I will close my project localhost on Ctrl+C, one more, and clear my terminal. One script that we will use a lot is called generate. So in terminal, I will run ng generate --help. Now we can see all the scripts that we could run with this ng generate. Those scripts are now on the screen. As you can see, those belongs to @schematics/Angular. I should mention that this schematics /Angular is open source, so third-party developers could create schematics for Angular that could be used by Angular developers. Also, there is a ng add script. We will run ng add --help, and ng-add can be used to install and import other packages like Ionic or Material, and it can even be used to automatically install packages. So let's clear our terminal again. So one of the most used scripts would be G for generate and C for component. So I will name my component first component and hit enter. So as you could see, it automatically created a component for us. So if I go to source app, I will see my first component here with HTML, CSS file, a TypeScript file, and this test file. Also it added it to app.module, imported it automatically, so we don't need to do those manually. It also created this test file, so now we could run test with ng-test, and this will automatically test our app with tests that we have written. So once the tests are finished, it will open this browser screen with Karma test engine, and also Jasmine. If you could use Karma or Jasmine for the Angular apps, it will test with Jasmine for this one, and you could see that we have 0 failures for now, but our component is just one, obviously. To create component without testing, I will Ctrl+C from this here, yeah. And to create component without testing, we could run same command ng-c. I will type like second component, and we will use flag skip tests. This flag will create component for us without test file at all. So here we could see second component. You could see that this one has just 3 files, CSS, HTML, and TypeScript file. We could also use ng-generate s to generate service, or ng-generate module to generate modules, or ng-generate guard to generate guards, basically, or much more. Next to testing, we can also run ng-linked, and it will read our code and check if there is some kind of mistyped code, or it will check for code that is not well formatted. As you could see, after the linting is done, we can get some report back like all files pass linting. There is a lot more that Angular CLI can offer, but I didn't want to make this video an hour-long video, but instead just a quick introduction. This is definitely worth it to explore, and it is essential for Angular developers. As you could see here, on the first page when you generate your component, you could run some scripts on a click basically, and you have some resources here. So I hope that you find this video useful, so you can click like and subscribe to follow up with my new videos, as I'm uploading new content weekly. This will be all for this video. Thank you and see you in the next one.